those who drove on through the darkness, sleeping, was he now placed on guard? Never. Never would he be fit for it, he who was incapable of any help, unwilling for any service, he, the mere word-maker. Hermann Broch, The Death of Virgil, translated by Jean Starr Untermeyer. I owe absolutely everything I am to poetry. All I know about the pronunciation and spelling of words, all I know of geography, history, and philosophy, and all I know of true thought and feeling. Robert Frost, to Louis Untermeyer, October 12, 1939. Donald Hall. Can you say what you are going to do in the remaining cantos? Ezra Pound. It is difficult to write a paradiso when all the superficial indications are that you ought to write an apocalypse. The Paris Review, Summer-Fall, 1962. Chapter 1. Moscow, USSR, Thursday, September 6, 1962. The old man won't be placated. Franklin Reeve is speaking to Fred Adams outside the door. He hasn't bothered to close it, since the old man is deaf as a post. But the old man doesn't hear half bad when he turns his right ear forward. His deafness is part ruse. He's always been a slow thinker. And at 88 he creeps. He gets confused. The wanted word fails to come. The riposte wobbles on him. Or the thought warns, how many times has he said that? So he retreats, recoups. What was that? I didn't hear. A result is he overhears more now than at any time since he was a boy. When he listened to his parents' voices beyond the door about to be flung open, his ears made acute by fright. Fred stands before him, assessing how to handle the big baby. The big, spoiled baby. Well, goddamn him. Yes, he won't be placated. And why should he be? Dobrynin invited him here. The Russian ambassador said that Frost should say directly to Khrushchev what he'd been saying to him, that it was an inconceivable joke that the world might be blown up over a matter as trivial as Berlin. Does that mean nothing? Russia is top down. Dobrynin speaks on cue. Khrushchev's man invited Frost to come to Russia and speak to Khrushchev on a matter that might save the world. A plane flew him to Moscow. A Russian car drove him to the Russian hotel. And during the ride in the car, Frost learned that Khrushchev was not in Moscow. He was vacationing at the Black Sea. That was a week ago. Frost had flown with Stuart Udall, Secretary of the Interior, who continued on to Siberia to look at hydroelectric projects. Frost was dragged to an elementary school, a poet's apartment, a palace in St. Petersburg, all the time asking, when will I see Khrushchev? Is he back? Are we going to the Black Sea? I have something to tell him right off, this and that, a proposal, an offer, an invitation. If he's the man I think he is, he'll understand. Did they lie to him? Were they lying all the time? Oh, the old man. Humor him. This morning, Frost learned that Stuart Udall had been back in Moscow. 1 day? 2 days? No one told him. Frost also learned that Stuart, this morning, flew to the Black Sea to see Khrushchev. Flew without him. Are they toying with him? He's an old man, half-deaf, with sore joints, recurrent pneumonia, hay fever, grip, chronic cystitis, maybe prostatitis, maybe cancer. Are they dragging him halfway around the globe just to toy with him? Robert, don't give me guff about literary triumphs. Frost cuts Freddie off. Frank tried that. I don't care about any of that. They can't understand my poems. This is all for their purposes. I'm a people's poet. The people, yes. Everyone mistakes him for Sandberg, who traipsed around Russia last year, strumming his guitar. Sorry, folks, no banjo with this bard. No, Robert, how can you think that? The audiences have been ecstatic. That crowd last night in the street, they cheered. Frost thought Stuart was a friend. He's known him for years. Stuart arranged his reading for Kennedy's inauguration, which Frost fouled.